What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a fantastic Liverpool transfer news video, and this is very exciting news because a journalist who is a number one source for Wolves transfer news is reporting that Liverpool are in pole position to sign the very exciting left back Ryan Ait-Nouri or Ait-Nouri, not sure how to pronounce his name. He's 23 years old and he's about to enter his prime and he is being targeted by Liverpool, and he has been a massive player for Wolves, probably their player of the season, and he's very highly rated, and Liverpool have been scouting him even back when he was playing for Angers in the French leagues since 2018. So Liverpool have been scouting him for 6 years now, and he has been tracked by several top Premier League clubs, and he has been tipped to leave Wolves in this summer transfer window. And according to this journalist Abdel Ahmed, who is a number one source when it comes to Wolves transfer news, he already interviewed the player and he has very close connections with the Wolves football club. So this comes from Wolves' end. This is not Liverpool leaking the story, but it comes from a journalist very well connected to the Wolves football team, Wolverhampton Wanderers. Ait-Nouri is prepared to move on from Molineux, the Wolves stadium, in the ongoing summer transfer window. That's what this journalist Abdel Ahmed is reporting, and Liverpool are keeping tabs on the defender for the last 6 years. Liverpool are the side who are leading the race to sign Ait-Nouri ahead of the new season. So if you are excited about this news, make sure to leave a like, and in this video we will take a deep look at Ait-Nouri and what he could bring to Liverpool and what his career is so far. Sorry that this video is a little bit late, but my wife called me from her workplace that he was sick, so I had to go drive there and get her home, and I've been taking care of her. She's doing better, don't worry, it was just her stomach playing up, so nothing to worry about, but that's why this video is a little bit late. So Liverpool are leading the race and Liverpool want to bring in a new left back, and Ait-Nouri is one of their top targets. The defenders has 2 more years left on his contract, and Wolves are likely to demand a pretty big transfer fee if they want to sell him. So Abdel Ahmed is a journalist. His profile picture is basically Ait-Nouri with the journalist holding up an Ait-Nouri shirt, and he's pretty much confirming that Ryan Ait-Nouri is leaving Wolves and Liverpool are in pole position on the player. Wolves supporters have him as a tier 1 source, tier 1 journalist when it comes to Wolves transfer news. And a lot of Liverpool fans think that Ait-Nouri would be a fantastic signing, me included, but of course Liverpool fans are greedy and they want us to sign Calafiori as well, the very talented Italy centre-back who can play left-back as well, and who gave that brilliant assist after a deep run from his centre-back position. He ran forward in the 98th minute and gave the assist to Zaccagni for the Italy equalizer in the last group stage game. And some Liverpool fans are saying that Liverpool maybe should sell either Tsimikas or Robertson, or some are even saying maybe both. I think Robertson still has a good place in the squad. Tsimikas is happy to be back up, but if we could sign Ait-Nouri, then he would be great competition for places with Robertson. I think if we signed Calafiori and Ait-Nouri, that would be too much of an upheaval in just one position. I would keep Joe Gomez, and if a good offer comes in for Tsimikas, maybe I would sell him as well. But Robertson and Tsimikas and Gomez are good options for left back. So left back is not a position that Liverpool are desperately in need of a player, but we definitely should look at the future and try and sign a left back either in this summer or next summer, because Robertson is 31, 32 years old, getting on a bit, so Robertson needed to be replaced sooner or later. And Wolves did have an option to remove the sell-on fee clause of 9.5 million. They may have already activated the option, or they will likely activate the option before an impending sale, because Wolves have a sell-on fee inserted into Ait-Nouri's contract, I mean Angers, his previous club, is the beneficiary of that sell-on clause. So how this works is when Angers negotiated a transfer with Wolves for the sale of Ait-Nouri, they inserted a very high sell-on clause, and Wolves have the option to remove the sell-on fee clause for 9.5 million, and I think they will definitely do that because Ait-Nouri will go for a lot more than 20 million pounds. And according to a French news outlet called La Gazette du Fennec, Wolves are willing to accept bids of 45 million euros, which is 38 million pounds over the coming months. The fee appears to be fair, but Man City, Chelsea and Liverpool are all linked with the player, with the transfer, and Liverpool are in pole position according to this journalist very closely connected with Wolves. And if Liverpool are serious about Ait-Nouri, and it looks like they are, then we can envisage a scenario where we sell Tsimikas and we keep Robertson as our number one choice, but Ait-Nouri could battle him to become number one maybe in the future. Robertson is 30 years old, Ryan Ait-Nouri is 23, and he's 180 centimeters tall, and Wolves indeed signed him from Angers for just 11 million euros. So if they sell him for 45 million, then they would get a hefty profit, even if they have to give Angers like 9.5 million pounds. That would still be like a very hefty profit by Wolves. They signed him in 2021, so he has been in the Premier League for 3 seasons now. He scored 3 goals and got 2 assists this season that just finished, playing a total of 38 games in the Premier League, FA Cup and League Cup. And last season he only played 27 games, he scored 2 goals and got 1 assist as well. And he missed some games for Wolves 2 or 3 seasons ago, but this season he wasn't ever injured. He was just at the Africa Cup of Nations. In the 21-22 season he missed 7 games in total, but some of those games he missed because of international duty. And that's the one problem with Ait-Nouri. He's from Algeria, he's representing the Algerian national team, so every time there is an Africa Cup of Nations we would miss him for around 4 or 5 games. But if Liverpool believe that this player is a great player, then I don't think that should be a deterrent in Liverpool signing him. What is very weird, I'm checking his injury history. He missed 10 games in 2020 because of a broken jaw. Wow, that is a nasty injury. And how did Ait-Nouri break his jaw playing for Angers? Or did he have an accident? I'm not sure, but that's still pretty weird. I haven't seen a footballer with an injury of a broken jaw. That's a pretty unusual injury, to be honest. Ryan Ait-Nouri was born in the eastern suburbs of Paris. He holds French and Algerian nationalities. He was a youth international for France, having represented the French under 21 and under 18 teams, but in January 2023 he switched to represent Algeria internationally. He made his debut in 2023 and he played in total 149 games of professional football, scoring 7 goals in total, and he has played in the Premier League for 4 seasons in a row now, because he was on loan at first at Wolves, and then Wolves signed him permanently after he had a good first season with them in 2021. So he has already 4 seasons of Premier League experience. So that's, I think, enough data for Liverpool to decide whether Ait-Nouri is worth the money or not. And I think 35-40 million euros is a fair market value for Ait-Nouri. I think that's around 35 million pounds. And his contract expires in 2026, which means that if Wolves want a very high transfer fee for him, they have to sell him now. And I don't think Ait-Nouri would extend his contract at Wolves. I think he would like to move to a club where he can play Champions League football, where he can play for trophies and titles. And Wolves, are a selling club. Every time they develop a player, they would sell him on for a profit. We already signed Diogo Jota from them. They sold Matheus Nunes to Man City. We have been linked with Pedro Neto as well. And the fact that Man City and Chelsea want to sign Ait-Nouri as well shows me that I think he is good enough to play for one of the big guns, one of the big teams in the Premier League. And if you have been watching the Premier League highlights, every time Wolves plays and Ait-Nouri plays, he looks like a fantastic, very exciting player who bumps up and down the wing and who puts great crosses in. So let me know, do you want Liverpool to sign Ait-Nouri? Would you be interested in selling Tsimikas and bringing Ait-Nouri? And I think that would definitely upgrade the left back position, because Robertson hasn't been hitting his absolute best top form. Tsimikas had a long injury as well as Robertson, and Joe Gomez is a good left back, but he's not natural in that position. Robertson is 30 years old, so sooner or later we need to find his long-term replacement. Not right now, because Robertson is still a great player, maybe not as world class as he was in his prime, but he's still very, very good. And I also want to comment on the Euros, because last afternoon and evening I was rooting for England to beat Slovenia, or for Portugal to get even a draw against Georgia would have been enough for Hungary to qualify to the knockout stages, but it wasn't to be. England were absolutely useless again in front of goal. They missed quite a lot of chances. They played a little bit better than in the previous two games, but that's not saying much. England are still as dull as watching paint dry. It's absolutely disgraceful how much Southgate destroyed the excitement around this England team, and I don't predict them to go far, even though they have probably the easiest side of the draw. They will play Slovakia in the round of 16. You wouldn't be surprised if England went out against Slovakia the way they have been playing. Georgia, I'm actually happy for them. That they are the story of the tournament. Every tournament brings an underdog story, and Georgia are by far the greatest underdogs. They are 75th or 74th in the world rankings. And the fact that they have beaten Portugal is absolutely monumental achievement. And they actually play very exciting, attacking football with no fear, with so much freedom. Kvaratskhelia is their talisman, and he scored a brilliant goal against Portugal. And Portugal were already cruising in the knockout stages, so they didn't break a sweat. And Hungary are out. And ultimately, we probably didn't deserve to go through because of our awful showing against Switzerland. We didn't turn up in the first half. Switzerland were 2-0 up and the game was too far away gone for us to come back. Against Germany, we fought back. It was still a 2-0 victory for Germany because Hungary didn't take their chances. And then we scored a brilliant winner against Scotland, but it wasn't enough because of our bad goal difference of -3. And if I'm really honest, Hungary probably didn't deserve to go through. But when you see Slovenia getting 3 draws and also scoring just 2 goals and still going through, there are some not great teams in the knockout stages. But that's how football is sometimes. I'm really sad that Hungary is out, but I will still watch the Euros because it's a fantastic competition. Just not England. England are absolutely awful to watch and so uninspiring. I was an England fan when Hungary wasn't in tournaments. I was rooting for England because of the Liverpool players, but now I can't even bring myself to watch England games. They are so bad. It's actually painful to watch them, and it should be exciting because England has one of the most exciting squads with attacking talent. They have the front four for England have 165 goals and assists combined. That's 4 players with, let me repeat, 165 goals and assists. And Southgate makes them play like, I don't know, Accrington Stanley or like a League 2 club. No disrespect to Accrington Stanley, it just popped into my mind because of the meme. But you get my drift. They are playing like a small team, like a small nation, when they should be putting fear into anyone else who plays England, because that's how they should be playing: aggressive, expansive, attacking football and try to score 2, 3, 4 goals every game. Instead, what they do is try to win every game 1-0, just nick a goal and then sit back and soak up the pressure. I just don't get it, man. But Southgate is an awful manager. I said it many times, so I don't see England going far in the Euros, but that's just my opinion. Let me know what is yours in the comments below, and thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.